Welcome to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com, your daily Bollywood news. Let's get into it.
And we have to start at the box office because it is a proper battleground out there right now. We have two huge multi-stars going head-to-head.
We do. It's Welcome to the Jungle versus Cocktail 2.
And honestly, both are holding their own, which is kind of the best-case scenario, isn't it? No one wants to see a film just completely tank. Exactly. So Welcome to the Jungle, the third installment in that massive comedy franchise, is doing some serious numbers. Worldwide, on its third day, it's already beaten the lifetime collection of Samrat Prithviraj.
Wow.
That's a significant milestone, especially for Akshay Kumar. It's now his 9th highest post-pandemic grosser. The audience for this kind of big, slapstick ensemble comedy is clearly still there and absolutely starving for it. Oh, completely. You get Akshay Kumar, Sanjay Dutt, Sunil Shetty, Ravina Tandon, Jacqueline Fernandez, Disha Patani. The list is basically the entire industry. It's an event. You're not just going for a story, you're going for the spectacle of seeing all these people on screen together. And on the other side, you have Cocktail 2, which is doing surprisingly steady business. It's not the explosive blockbuster that Welcome is, but it's climbing. It's eyeing that 100 crore club, which would be a huge win for it, especially considering the clash. It's a very different vibe, isn't it? Homi Adijania's films always have that cool, urban, slightly more nuanced feel. You've got Shahid Kapoor, Kriti Sano, and Rashmika Mandanna. It's a stellar cast, but it's aiming for a slightly different audience. And the fact that its collections actually grew on its 10th day is a really good sign. That means word of mouth is positive. People are going, enjoying it, and telling their friends. It's not just about that opening weekend crush. It's just so fascinating to see two completely different kinds of films succeed at the same time. One is this massive laugh-out-loud comedy, and the other is a more relationship-focused drama. It feels healthy for the box office. It feels like there's room for everyone again, which is a feeling we haven't had for a while. It wasn't always a zero-sum game, and maybe it isn't anymore. Speaking of films doing incredibly well, can we please talk about Samantha Ruth Prabhu and Ma Inti Bangaram? Oh, let's. This story just makes me so happy. On its 10th day, this film is on the verge of another huge milestone and has already become the third most profitable Telugu film of 2026. Third most profitable. And it's a female-led film, a story that she has carried entirely on her shoulders. This isn't just a hit, it's a statement.
It really is. And after everything she has been through personally with her health, to come back and deliver such a monster success is just, it's inspiring. She's been seen out and about recently, looking so strong and happy at the success meet.
I saw that video of her rushing into her car in the rain. The photographers were everywhere, of course, but she just handled it with so much grace. She seems so focused and so in her power right now.
And she's announced she's taking a break for a bit, which is so well-deserved. To deliver this massive hit and then say, okay, I'm going to take care of myself now, is a power move.
Absolutely. It sends a message that you can be at the top of your game and still prioritize your well-being. You don't have to burn yourself out to stay relevant. Her success is proving that. Ma Inti Bangaram is a testament to her connection with the audience. They just adore her.
They do. And the film itself is clearly resonating deeply. It's not just about her star power. It's that she's choosing projects that connect. It's a wonderful story all around.
Okay, from a wonderful, heartfelt success story to something that is just going to be mind-bogglingly huge. S.S. Rajamouli.
You just have to say the name and you immediately think of words like epic, gargantuan, unbelievable.
And this latest news does not disappoint. For his next film, which we're tentatively calling Varanasi for now, starring Mahesh Babu, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Prithviraj Sukumaran.
Which, by the way, is a casting coup from the heavens.
Right? So for this film, he is gearing up to shoot a battle sequence in Hyderabad starting next week. The sequence will feature, wait for it, 3,500 junior artists.
I'm sorry, what? 3,500? That's not a film crew, that's the population of a small town.
It's an army. He's literally assembling an army to film a battle sequence. How do you even begin to direct that? Where do you put the camera? Where do you put the catering truck? The catering budget alone must be astronomical. Think of the logistics, the costumes, the choreography, just making sure everyone knows where they're supposed to be. It's a military operation. This is why he is who he is, though. This is classic Rajamouli. After the global success of RRR, the pressure on him must be immense. And his response is not to scale back, not to play it safe, but to go even bigger. He's like, you think that was big? Hold my imaginary beverage. It's incredible. He builds worlds, and to do that, you need a population. So he's just creating one on his set in Hyderabad.
And this is just one sequence. We have no idea what else he has planned for this film. This just sets the bar for our expectations at a completely different level.
It really does. It's one of those things where you just have to trust the vision. You can't even comprehend it from the outside, but you know that when you see it on the big screen, it's going to be breathtaking.
Absolutely. Breathtaking and probably record-breaking. Just wow. Okay, from the epic to the incredibly heartwarming, we have to talk about these Shah Rukh Khan stories that have been making the rounds.
Oh, I love these so much. It's a double hitter from Farah Khan's cooking vlog of all places. She was at Shreyas Talpate's house, and the stories that came out were just pure gold.
Go on, start with Shreya's story. It's just unbelievable.
Okay, so Shreyas Talpate revealed that when he was trying to buy his first house, right around the time of Om Shanti Om, he didn't qualify for a loan. He was just starting out, really.
A situation so many people can relate to.
Exactly. And somehow, Shah Rukh Khan found out about it. He just knew. And he stepped in and helped him secure the house. He basically ensured he got it. And Shreya said he didn't even have to ask. Shah Rukh just did it.
That's just, what do you even say to that? It's one thing to be a superstar. It's another thing entirely to be that aware of the people around you and to use your power to just quietly help someone, to change their life like that without any fanfare.
And Farah Khan's immediate reaction on the vlog was hilarious. She just turned to Shreyas and said, "We paid you so little for Om Shanti Om." Which is so perfectly Farah. But it highlights the reality. He was a rising actor, not a huge star, and that kind of gesture would have been everything. And then, as if that wasn't enough, Farah shared her own story from the premiere of Happy New Year. Oh, this one is also legendary. She said that for the premiere in Dubai, Shah Rukh Khan personally, out of his own pocket, paid to fly the entire cast and crew out, not just the main actors, everyone, every single person who worked on the film. He flew them out, put them up in a fancy hotel, and even gave them all spending money, just because he wanted everyone who contributed to the film to be there and celebrate its success together. That is a level of generosity and respect for the team that you just don't hear about. It recontextualizes the term King Khan, doesn't it? It's not just about box office. It's about how he rules his kingdom, so to speak.
It absolutely is. It's about creating a culture of family and appreciation. These aren't stories that his PR team is pushing. They're coming out organically, years later, from people whose lives he touched. It's just genuinely lovely to hear.
It really is. A little bit of warmth and goodness in the headlines.
Well, from warmth and goodness to the opposite of that, let's talk about some controversy. Ajay Devgan's upcoming film, Chauhan, is facing some heat.
Yes, this is becoming such a common story for historical films. The Kshatriya Parishad has condemned the film, accusing the filmmakers of appropriating the Chauhan clan's history and misusing Rajput history in general.
It's such a tricky space to navigate for filmmakers. You want to tell these grand historical stories, but you're often dealing with communities that have a very strong, very personal connection to that history. And their perspective is that this is not just a story, it's their heritage.
Exactly. The statement they released was very firm, saying they reject every attempt to misrepresent their history. This puts the film in a very difficult position before it's even released.
And it's not an isolated incident. We're seeing a very similar situation with Shraddha Kapoor's upcoming biopic, Etha.
Right. The film is based on the life of the late folk artist Vitabai Narayan Gankar, and her family, along with the National Congress Party, are demanding that the title be changed to honor her name directly.
Their argument makes sense from their perspective. They feel the title Etha is generic and doesn't give her the respect she deserves. They want the film to be called by her actual name.
It highlights that when you're making a biopic, you're not just dealing with a script, you're dealing with a family's legacy, and they have a right to be a part of that conversation. It's a delicate balance between creative freedom and respecting the real people at the heart of the story.
It really is. We'll have to see how the makers of both Chauhan and Etha respond to these demands. It's a tightrope walk. Shifting gears to some very exciting production news. Home Ballet Films, the production house that gave us the KGF franchise and Kantara, is on an absolute roll. They are building an empire of quality, big-scale cinema. They've just officially announced a new project that brings together actor Surya and director T.J. Gnanavel, the team behind J-Beam. Exactly. J-Beam was such a powerful, important, and brilliantly made film. The idea of that actor-director duo reuniting, but this time with the massive backing and scale of Home Ballet Films, that is an incredibly exciting prospect.
My expectations are already through the roof. Hambale has this knack for finding stories that are rooted in a specific culture but have a universal appeal, and the Jaibeam team is a perfect fit for that philosophy.
And they're not stopping there. They also put out one of those cryptic social media announcements that they love to do, teasing another major new project.
Oh, they love doing that. It sends the internet into a complete frenzy of speculation.
It's brilliant marketing. They've built up so much goodwill and trust with the audience that when they even hint at something new, everyone pays attention. They've become a brand that stands for a certain kind of cinematic experience.
It's true.
They're one of the few production houses where their name alone is enough to get you interested in a project, regardless of who is in it. And speaking of projects that everyone is interested in, we got a teaser for the Mirzapur movie.
Finally! This is such a fascinating move, taking one of the most beloved and successful streaming series in India and transitioning it to the big screen. It's a huge gamble. The fans of the show have such a strong sense of ownership over these characters in this world, the pressure to get it right is enormous. But the potential reward is just as huge. And the fact that they've released a Telugu teaser alongside the Hindi one shows their ambition. They're not just making a movie for the fans of the show, they're aiming for a pan-India theatrical event. The cast is already iconic. Pankaj Tripathi, Ali Fazal, Divyendu, seeing them on a 70mm screen is going to be something else. I just hope the film manages to retain the grit and complexity of the series while also working as a standalone movie. That's the key, isn't it? It has to satisfy the hardcore fans while also being accessible to people who might not have seen all 3 seasons. It's a very difficult needle to thread, indeed. But XL Movies is behind it, and they have a pretty great track record. I'm cautiously optimistic and very, very excited. Me too. Let's run through some other quick but major announcements. Salman Khan's next Eid film is already locked for 2027 with director Vamshi Pai Deepali, and they've brought in the same ace Korean action team that worked on Durandahar, so we can expect some seriously high-octane action. They are planning way, way ahead. Eid 2027 is already booked. And Junior NTR has sent his fans into a frenzy by announcing a new mythological film with Trivikram Srinivas. The first poster hints at a story inspired by Lord Muruga. That sounds incredible. Junior NTR in a mythological space feels like a perfect match. He has that presence, that larger-than-life aura that you need for a role like that. It's amazing to see so many big, ambitious projects being announced. It feels like the industry is really thinking big again. There are also some interesting industry moves happening behind the scenes. Siddharth Roy Kapoor, who is such a respected producer and media leader, has joined a new investment platform called Cine Now as a principal advisor. That's a big deal. They're planning to invest over 1,300 crores in film intellectual property. It signals a new way of financing and thinking about films, treating them more like long-term assets. It's a very savvy move. Having someone with his experience and credibility on board gives them a huge stamp of approval. It points to a more structured, corporate approach to film investment, which could be really beneficial for the industry's stability. Absolutely. Okay, can we do a couple of fun, quick flashback stories? Because there were some great ones this week. Please! I saw the one about Sanju celebrating 8 years. Can you believe it's been 8 years? I know, time is flying. And people are still in awe of Ranbir Kapoor's transformation into Sanjay Dutt. It was just an extraordinary performance, physically and emotionally. He completely disappeared into the role. He really did. It was one of those performances that reminds you just how talented he is. And speaking of icons, I love this story Rajinikanth told about filming with Aishwarya Rai. This is hilarious. He said that while they were shooting, a man from North India came up to him, completely baffled, pointed at Aishwarya, one of the most beautiful women in the world, and then pointed at him and said, "You're the hero?" Oh no. And Rajinikanth just laughed. He has such a great sense of humor about his own stardom. It's that humility that makes people love him so much. He just finds it funny. That is brilliant. You can just picture the scene. It's a perfect little anecdote. And one more from Urmila Matondkar about Sanjay Dutt. Yes, she said that he was famous for complaining about having to do dance numbers, but behind the scenes, he would be the one practicing the steps the most over and over to make sure he got them perfect. I love that. It's that classic thing of the person who pretends to not care at all is actually the one who cares the most. It's such a charming image. It really is. It gives you a little peek behind the curtain at the hard work that goes into making these larger-than-life personas seem so effortless on screen. It's been a week of those, hasn't it? From Shah Rukh Khan's quiet generosity to Sanjay Dutt's secret dance practice. A good reminder that there are real people behind the massive industry machine.
A very good reminder.
From the small human moments to the epic battle sequences with 3,500 people, Bollywood contains multitudes.
It certainly does. What a week.
Headlines, a heartbeat's tuck. You've been listening to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com. Come back tomorrow. Namaste.